Hello everyone, welcome to a Pokemon card tin opening. Today we have a Tyranitar V. First up, let's check out the tin. It's a very nice picture of a Tyranitar. Looks like it also features an Empoleon. Now let's see what it says on the back. It says, "What's your battle style? The time of hard fighting battle styles is upon you, with the new Pokemon that strike hard and strike often, such as these two monsters of mayhem. Choose the crunching power of Tyranitar V or the quick icy moves of Empoleon V in the Pokemon trading card game V Strikers tin. Each of these fantastic tins contains a super powerful Pokemon V with the moves, the strength, and the skills to take you to the top in your next Pokemon battle." Alright, let's get this tin open and see what we have inside. First up, we have our Tyranitar V card. It's a nice holographic card. Looks like he's using a move. Since it's a holo, we'll have to get it in a sleeve. There we go. Let's check out what packs we got. We got 2 Brilliant Stars. Ooh, Evolving Skies. 2 Evolving Skies. Ooh, 3 Evolving Skies. This is a pretty good box. Here's all the things in the tin. Just lay it out nicely. Kick it off with the Brilliant Stars. Read the back of the pack here. Constellations align in a show of force. Overflowing with light, Arceus V-Star descends from on high to share its celestial powers with other Pokemon V. Shaman V-Star, Charizard V-Star, and Whimsicott V-Star find themselves wielding awesome new V-Star powers, while Mimikyu VMAX, Aggron VMAX, and Kingler VMAX, in its Gigantamax form, boast tremendous strengths of their own. Discover glimmering constellations and start your journey towards stellar greatness in the Pokemon TCG Sword and Shield Brilliant Stars expansion. Alright, let's dig in and see what we can get. We'll do the old pack trick. 1, 2, 3. Starting off with a Psychic Energy. We have Cynthia's Ambition. Looks like she's definitely got something up her sleeve. Nice simple artwork. Next we have Torkoal. Definitely blowing a lot of smoke. Looks like he's in some sort of desert region. Looks like he's getting ready to do his fire breathing move. Very nice artwork on the clouds there. And moving on to a Double Turbo Energy. A lot of spheres involved. Definitely high energy spheres. And next we have an Axew. Looks like he's concentrating real hard on something. Background surrounded by some sort of rocks or something, crystals. Looks like maybe he has some stashes of berries around him. Preparing to evolve or something. have a nose pass. Very stoic looking. Out in the middle of a desert. Not a whole lot going on there. Our next card is a Snorunt. His design always looks like he's freezing, but maybe he's walking through the forest to try to find some shelter. You know, just hang in there, little buddy. Next up is Clink. It's like he's next to some cliffs or maybe in a quarry of some sort. Some good shadowing on this. Next card is Dedenne. This little mouse is on some rooftops of some skyscrapers. Looks very mischievous, probably stealing all the electricity from the cities. Yeah, and here we have a Trainer Gallery Ariados. Looks like maybe they're in the middle of a battle. It's a nice, clean holographic card. There's a lot of tiny details in it. Next up, we have a non-holographic Mewtwo. It's of the rare variety. Looks like he's charging up some powerful psychic attack. A lot of dark energy. I've always found that his tail is very disproportionate to his body. He's just a very interesting design in general. And next we'll open the second Brilliant Stars pack. First one had a Shaman on the artwork. This one has a Charizard. We go with the pack trick again. There's our energy. First Pokemon is a Vibrava. This dragonfly looking fella sitting on a bunch of rocks. Looks like in the middle of a sandstorm. Or maybe he's the one causing the storm. Doesn't seem to be a lot of other life around him. Can vaguely see around him. So maybe it's just out of sight. Moving on to Staravia. Looks like we have a gentleman next to some Pokemon centers. Just watching the birds. And our next Pokemon, we have a Monferno. This little monkey has a lot of fire. He looks very aggressive. Appears to have a lot of energy and is using his tail as a distraction, maybe. And next up we have a Baltoy. Looks like he's just sitting out in the desert at night. It's next to some sort of ruins. Maybe he's drawing things in the dirt. Looks like there's some weird patterns behind him. And our next card, we have Snorunt. Now, since we've already been through him, we'll just move right along. There's another nose pass. Guess we cannot pass without seeing him. And another Dadine. Little guys are multiplying. Here's a new one. A Cubchew. It's out in the frozen tundras. There's some trees way behind him. Looks like he's sliding down an iceberg of some sort. It's very simplistic but detailed cloud patterns. Looks like he's having some fun. Our reverse holo is Acerolla's Premonition. She looks like a mischievous one. Looks like she's in her room or some sort of living room. And for our final card, we have a Luxray. I think I still need one of them. Looks like he's standing on top of a mountain surrounded by a thunderstorm. Looks like he might be watching over something. Very nice artwork there. And time for our first pack of Evolving Skies. Have some Duraludon artwork. Take a look and read the back here. Dynamic power on the horizon. Feel the power of the shifting winds and brace for an epic storm as mighty Dragon-type Pokemon make their triumphant return. Rayquaza VMAX leads the surge from on high, and Duraludon VMAX towers above the land in its Gigantamax form, joined by Dragonite V, Noivern V, and more. As the clouds part, Eevee's evolutions appear in full rainbow of Pokemon V and Pokemon VMAX to signal a bright new day in Pokemon TCG Sword and Shield Evolving Skies. Crack this open and see what we got. Card trick. Have our water energy. Single strike scroll of the Fanged Dragon. Looks like it's surrounded by some sort of crystals. Almost like a kaleidoscope. The lock looks like to be some sort of dragon fangs. It's an interesting pattern on the scroll itself. And our first Pokemon is a Swoobat. She's using some sort of attack. Has a stone wall behind him. Looks like he's in maybe a forest of some kind. Next Pokemon is a Lombre. Some pretty simple coloring on the Pokemon itself. Swimming around in a lake or a pond. Very good shading on the background. Looks like it's actually in water. Now we have a Swablu. So the bird's just sitting on a tree branch, surrounded by some berries and flowers. Looking up toward the sky, maybe for others of his kind. Next Pokemon is a Hoppip. It's riding out in some sort of current of wind. Maybe trying to attack something. Has a grass path behind him around a whole bunch of bushes. The swirl patterns around him are very nicely drawn. Quite like it. Now enters Wobbuffet. Looks like he might have been hit by Ash's Pokemon, sent flying again. It's hard to tell what the background is, but the eyes on his tail look very concerned. Next Pokemon we have is Roggenrola. Looks like he got startled by something. There's a cave behind him. Looks to be maybe some sort of a lantern. Next guard is a Rufflet. Looks to be enjoying himself. Flying around maybe a cherry blossom tree. Got a park down behind him. A little pond. It's very colorful. Now for our reverse holo, we have a Sun and Moon badge. Obviously, Sun and Moon is the design, surrounded by space, a lot of other stars. A little light flares add a nice touch. And we have a holographic Galarian Zapdos. That vertical holographic pattern's really clean. Zapdos is looking onward towards something. Has a bunch of mountains in the background. That wasn't too bad of a first pack. Let's see what the next one has. Next up, our pack artwork has an Umbreon. Psyche's dodged an attack, maybe an explosion of some sort. And the old card trick. There's our energy. First card is Stormy Mountains. It's an arena card surrounded by mountains. Looks like a heavy lightning storm is on it. Maybe there's a battle in progress we can't see. Surrounded by low-level clouds. Can't tell if there's any towns around it. Overall, it's a pretty nice card. Next we have a Shogun. It's looking up at something, maybe some more of his kind. Sitting on top of a plateau over an ocean, maybe. It's like the sun's pretty low in the sky. A lot of nice colors. Our next card is an Ice Cube. Middle of the Arctic somewhere. He's riding his friend. Guess if their head's a big block of ice, it's pretty easy for them to stay buoyant. Based on a penguin, it might be hard to dive in the water to find food. Next we have a grass type, Gossifleur. Surrounded by a big field of flowers. It's like maybe around twilight. Sun might be first coming up. It's happy about the day. Nice colorful design. Next, going to a psychic type, Woobat. Then maybe a dark forest. Just kind of sit on the ground. Smiling about something. Onto an electric type, a Molga. This little Pokemon surrounded by lightning. Looks like it's flying around a building. There's a big old tree that's covered in snow. Just being playful, looks like. Onto a water type, Lotad. Just minding its own business in a pond. Field of sunflowers behind him. Some pretty clean water. It's got a lot of sparkles on it. Onto a Rufflet. Already gotten him once. Moving on. Now we have a reverse hollow. Single strike scroll of the Fang Dragon. And onto Jarampa. It's kind of a gnarly looking dragon. Not sure what it's based on, but the colors on this card are pretty interesting. Looks like maybe color pencil type art. Maybe it's just a style. It looks like it's breathing out a bunch of rocks. And onto our final pack, Evolving Skies. This artwork has Sylveon on it. So that gets elegantly dodged something. The last pack wasn't too bad, but let's see if Sylveon can bring us some luck here. Got our Psychic Energy. Lucky Ice Pop. Maybe it's a sign of things to come. Looks like maybe it's a blue raspberry popsicle of some sort. Just nice simple design. First Pokemon is Scrafty. Looks like he's got a pond behind him. I don't know if that's just his face or if he's mad about something. Next we have a Snowleaf badge. It is what it says on the tin. Leaf badge looks like snow. Pokemon is a Dweeble. This little hermit crabs hanging around the beach. Some nice simple designs. It's pretty hard to get those crests on those waves though. Next Pokemon is a Nickit. This fox definitely looks like he's up to no good. Got some dark flowers behind him. Just licking his paw. Nothing to see here. Next Pokemon is a Cryogonal. Some sort of ice Pokemon. Got bubbles coming out of what's probably his mouth. Creating a lot of very nice effects. Pokemon's a simple design, very well drawn on the background. I have a Teddy Ursa. This little bear sitting on the ground with some flowers. Big flower bush behind him. Looking at his paw, looks like he might have just eaten. And we have a Lotad. And we've already pulled you. Moving on. Do a reverse hollow Eevee. See if he's just standing on a rooftop looking up at a Rayquaza. Just nice and casual. The depth on the buildings is very nice. Oh, I see something behind it. Did we get lucky? Hey, a Glaceon V. Don't think I have him yet. Just staring down at some flowers, sitting on a bench. Middle of the park. Surrounded by snow, very comfortable. The foil pattern accentuates all of the lines. Looks very clean. Well, overall, I'm very happy with this 10. Like the evolving skies, those are always very hard to come by. Wasn't expecting that in this 10. Let me know in the comments what your favorite Pokemon I pulled today. Mine's definitely the Glaceon. Well, that's it for today. Hope you guys take care, and I'll catch you next time.